My name is Silvio. The discussion is the courage to be you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. We are not here to talk about success. We are not here to talk about fame. We are not here to talk about money. We are here to talk about something far more powerful. We are here to talk about the courage to be you. Because in a world that constantly tells you who to become, becoming yourself is an act of bravery. The world's loud voice versus your quiet truth. From the moment we are born, the world begins shaping us.
It tells us how to speak.
It tells us how to look. It tells us how to think. It tells us what success should look like. It tells us what failure should feel like. And somewhere along the way, we stop asking, who am I? And we start asking, who should I be? But here is a reality concept we must understand. Society rewards conformity, but fulfillment comes from authenticity. Look at history. Every transformative individual had to defy the comfort of blending in. Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat. Albert Einstein questioned the accepted laws of physics. Oprah Winfrey built a media empire from rejection and hardship. None of them were ordinary because they tried to fit in. They were extraordinary because they dared to stand out. And that same courage lives inside you. The fear of being seen. Let's be honest. The real reason many of us hide is not laziness. It's not lack of There is a difference between staying alive and truly living. Authenticity is expensive, but so is regret. Being yourself comes with a cost. You might lose approval. You might lose comfort. You might lose people who only loved the version of you that was convenient. But pretending also comes with a cost. You lose energy. You lose joy. You lose your sense of identity. And over time, pretending becomes heavier than rejection. Reality concept. The pain of being rejected for who you are is lighter than the pain of being accepted for who you are not. When you wear a mask long enough, you forget your real face. And that is one of life's quiet tragedies. The courage to be imperfect. One of the biggest lies we've been sold is this. You must be perfect to be worthy. Social media magnifies this illusion. We scroll through highlight reels, filtered faces, polished lives, and we compare our behind-the-scenes struggles to someone else's edited reality. But here is the truth. Perfection is an illusion. Growth is real. Even the greatest achievers struggled. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was accepted. Failure did not disqualify them. It refined them. And your imperfections? They are not proof that you are broken. They are proof that you are human. Reality check. Nobody is thinking about you that much. Let's free ourselves from another illusion. But true courage is vulnerability. It is saying, this is me. Without guarantees. Without applause. Without certainty. Brené Brown built her life's work around this truth. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the birthplace of connection. When you show up as your real self, you give others permission to do the same. You create safety. You create authenticity. You create depth. And in a world full of performance, depth is rare. The comparison trap. Comparison is the thief of identity. You were not designed to compete in someone else's lane. You were designed to build your own. Reality concept. A flower does not compare itself to the flower next to it. It just blooms. When you compare, you distort your perspective. You measure your beginning against someone else's middle. In speaking softer than your truth. In dreaming smaller than your potential. In settling for safety over purpose. It feels comfortable, but comfort can become a cage. Years from now, the biggest regret will not be, I failed. It will be, I never tried. And that regret is heavier than temporary embarrassment. The power of saying no. Being yourself requires boundaries. And boundaries require courage. You cannot fully be you if you are constantly trying to please everyone. Reality concept. Every time you say yes to something that violates your truth, you say no to yourself. Protect your energy. Protect your vision. Protect your authenticity. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Reclaiming your voice. Some of you have been quiet for too long. You have dimmed your light, minimized your achievements, silenced your opinions. Maybe you were told you were too much, too loud, too emotional, too ambitious. But here's the reframe. Maybe you were never too much. Maybe they were simply not enough to understand you. The world needs thinkers, creators, leaders, dreamers, and it needs you fully. The daily practice of being you. Courage is not a one-time decision. It is a daily practice. It's choosing honesty in conversations. It's choosing growth over comfort. It's choosing self-respect over approval. Some days will be easier than others. But every small act of authenticity strengthens your identity. Final reality. At the end of your life, you will not be graded on how well you imitated others. You will not be rewarded for how perfectly you blended in. You will be measured by yourself on one question. Did I live as me? So, I challenge you.
Take the risk.
Speak the truth. Wear what you love. Chase what excites you. Walk away from what shrinks you. Because the world does not need another copy. It needs the original.